Malo alele, which means hello in Tongan, and welcome to Keto in the Kingdom. This channel is going to document my progress trying to lose weight using the ketogenic diet on a tiny island in the middle of the South Pacific, which is the Kingdom of Tonga. I never thought I'd be putting myself out on YouTube. I was pretty convinced that I wouldn't, in fact. But I get a lot out of watching other people's YouTube videos, even if they're just normal people's stories about trying to lose weight, just that I don't feel I have people that are experiencing the same thing in my immediate circles, so that it's really nice to see that other people do have the same thoughts that I have, and the same goals and those sort of things. And so I thought that I should stop taking from YouTube and put something out there myself. And I'm fine if nobody watches it. It'll help to document my progress, and also to build in some accountability for myself in this attempt, one of many. That, yeah, like a lot of people, I've tried a lot of things. So you might be wondering why the ketogenic diet. I think basically that's an achievable target here in Tonga, so not everything's available on the market, just because it's such a small place that relies on imports, so that to eat a high protein, low calorie diet would actually be quite difficult and expensive, in that chicken breasts and things like that are really expensive to the point where I don't think I could afford it. And the meat that's readily available on the market is really fatty and those sort of things, as well as lots of coconuts, being a tropical island, so that the ketogenic diet fits really nicely in that it turns fat into a fuel source. So for those that don't know, basically it's high fat, moderate protein, and low carb. So I think that fits with the food that's available in Tonga, and I also think it makes a lot of sense using fat as a fuel source. Why not eat your own body? Watching weight loss videos is a long time hobby of mine, as I think it would be for a lot of people that have been overweight their whole lives or obese, in my case. So I stumbled across the ketogenic diet and well, at least high-fat, low-carb eating, and thought it made a lot of sense for people like me that have, so my sister, for example, has never been significantly overweight, but she grew up in the same household with the same food and the same activities and those kind of things, so I always wondered what it was about me that, I've always been so fat. And I think, this gives you an explanation that if your insulin levels or your insulin sensitivity has been really low for since a young age, then you would have always struggled with carbohydrates, and so I think this is worth a shot, and it certainly at least answers some of those questions that I've always had that a lot of other diets don't seem to answer, which is why you want to eat so much more, and why you don't feel full and those kind of things. So you probably just heard the rooster. That's something I should say that you'll hear a lot more of, in that there's roosters and dogs and cats everywhere here in Tonga, and your pigs maybe too if you're lucky. That I can't stop them, so they'll feature in many of my videos, I'm sure. Since I've been watching so many YouTubers and those kind of things, and getting information and inspiration from there, I thought I should share the ones that I'm most indebted to, and send you their direction if you want more in-depth information on what the ketogenic diet is, and what it involves, because certainly I'm still learning, and they have they're much more YouTube savvy and have much better information, so they'll be able to help you out. And the first one is Bob Briggs, and I think that he really opened my eyes or got me intrigued about people that have been overweight or obese their whole life, and how a high-fat style of eating might work for them. The next one is Keto Karma. She has a great lot of videos, and has lost an amazing amount of weight. I hope my channel will somewhat resemble hers in a year or two's time, in that I will have been successful like she has, and helped other people. And she's certainly someone that inspired me to put my story out there on YouTube, because she talks about the support that she gets from the YouTube community, and how that's really helped her. And I think that that's something that's been missing in my previous efforts, is that support and people going through the exact same thing that I'm going through, to share our stories with. Another one, I'll just check my list, is Stephanie, a keto person. She's got great information and is very switched on about the ketogenic way of eating. She's a bit of a purist, so that you can sort of take what you need to and leave the rest, so that I'm sure ideally we'd all like to eat perfectly, but it's not always an option, especially when things aren't available on the market. Another one was Healthful Pursuit, which had some interesting information as well. Cooking Keto with Kristie, I think, is another great one, that she's had similar struggles, been overweight since childhood and that kind of thing, and has done an amazing job on the ketogenic diet. And if I could get all those ingredients, I'd love to try some of those recipes, but unfortunately I just have to watch at this stage. KetoGasm's another great one, and I really like that she's tracked her progress using the same outfit, so that you can really see what a difference the ketogenic diet's made for her. Keto Couch Potatoes is another one that I really enjoy, that I think they're doing an amazing job sort of partway through their journey, and they're doing it in a way that seems accessible to the everyman like me, in that you watch their video and think, maybe I could do that too, and I really appreciate what they've put out there. Primal Edge Health is another one, and Chantalle Low Carb Keto, Chantalle Keto / Low Carb is another one that's just, someone that you can relate to. So what I hope to include on this channel is weekly progress reports, which includes, weights and measurements and those kind of things, and see how it's working for me. I'll try and be honest about whether I'm sticking to the diet and those kinds of things. But I also like to share the struggles that I have finding ingredients, and maybe some of the workarounds that I come up with, because perhaps they're useful for some other people as well, that don't have, a Whole Foods or even an online access to online shopping or anything like that. That I'll have to make do with what I've got and make a lot of my own ingredients and things like that. And yeah, basically anything that other people might be interested in, and we'll see how it evolves, but it'll basically just be a way to track my progress. I really hope we can support each other and achieve great things in the next year. So I'll say malo apito, which means thank you very much. I'll just say that I'll post my next video tomorrow, hopefully, and that'll be, week 0, where we're starting from, to begin to track progress. Yeah, that's a scary thought.